$5 million net worth at 33, but I grew up broke, so trust me when I say I understand the struggle. If you are trying to glow up financially, I'm going to share with you 3 things that you absolutely need to do right now to get your financial shit together and start getting paid while you sleep. First things first, we need to build your baseline for financial success, and that is going to be an emergency fund. You are going to work up to having $1,000 saved inside of a high yield savings account. It needs to be a high yield savings account, and don't have this attached to your regular bank account. This is going to be your oh shit fund, so that when crap hits the fan, you have the cash available to deal with it. Once you hit $1,000, you're going to move on to step 2. Step 2 is going to be paying off any high interest debt that you have. Anything over like 6 to 7% needs to go. So what you're going to do is grab a piece of paper and list all of your debts from the highest interest rate to the lowest interest rate. And then you're going to pay them off in that order. This is going to help you save the most money in interest and help you pay it off the fastest. You're going to allocate about 60 to 70% of your additional resources to high interest debt repayment. With the remaining 25 to 35%, you're going to be putting that into your high yield savings account and building up your emergency fund until it's at least 6 months of bare bones expenses. The third part of this is investing. This is where we start getting you paid while you sleep. Yes, you can invest if you have debt, but if you have high interest debt, I would make that the priority first. I would also not invest any money you need in the next 5 years, and make sure that you have a significant enough emergency fund so that if you get into a situation where you need cash, you don't have to sell your investments to take it. You can take that from your emergency fund. You're going to do this so you don't lose money. Now, if you have high interest debt, if you don't have an emergency fund, it doesn't mean you can't start investing, but we're going to start with a smaller amount because I want you to still build that muscle memory to build that habit, but prioritize where you're going to make the most money, which is paying down those high interest debts and setting that financial foundation with that emergency fund. If that sounds like you, start off small with like $50 a month and then increase that once your emergency fund is at least over $1,000 and your high interest debts are gone. Now, a lot of people are going to tell you it takes sacrifice to do those things, but I don't agree, because a sacrifice is when you give something up and you get nothing in return. This is not a sacrifice because you're getting something better out of it. You think, oh, that new outfit, it's going to bring me so much joy. But the reality is you're going to bed every night stressed about your finances. Prioritize your peace. If you want to keep learning, check out our page. I have a ton of other content available, and we have 4 free trainings on our website under freebies.